It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we've got a beer from Siren Craft Brew and Magic Rock Brewing Company, and it's a bottle of the Mrs. Brown. This beer is a Bourbon Imperial brown ale with pecans, vanilla and maple syrup. There's a look at the bottle cap. Let's get the beer out into a glass and see what we get. Wow, look at the smoke on the opening. Now, guys, just quickly while I pour it, if you guys are watching, oh look at this, on YouTube, I do live Periscope streams. You can find me by following me on Twitter at Real Ale Today, and then if you go onto Periscope, follow me there on Periscope, then you'll see the live feed. But I've been talking to a few of the guys on there and they've been saying this beer is amazing. I'm in for a real treat. So there we go, Mrs. Brown. The beer was kindly sent to us by beersofeurope.co.uk. They're the largest online beer store in the UK, with lots of beer from the UK, Italy, Belgium, France, America, you name it. Beers of Europe will most likely have it. And if they don't have it, I'm sure they'll order it in for you. So, beer in the glass, it's a jet black beer. Nice levels of carbonation. It hasn't retained much of a head. The ABV on the beer is 9.5%. Let's get the aroma. Oh, smells good. Smells really good. You get that pecan nut. You get the vanilla. Lots of rich, roasty, toasty, dark malts. And a bit of the oak from the barrel aging process. Let's dive into this one. Cheers. I gotta put that down. I gotta put that down before I drop it. Stone the Crows. Stone the Crows, what a fantastic beer. It's very complex. I could stand here and talk to you for the next 10 minutes, splitting this beer down, splitting all the flavours down. There's so much going on. It's such a complex beer. But I'll give you the beer in a nutshell. You get that barrel aged oak, you get that vanilla, you get the pecan. They're your obvious ones. You also get a little bit of kind of a red wine, vinous quality in there. You have your obvious, again, your obvious with the dark malts, your chocolate, your coffee, your caramel. I like to mention that in these dark beers. And yeah, and maple syrup. I'm not really, I don't really eat maple syrup, so I'm pretty unsure of what that kind of tastes like. But I imagine the maple syrup in there is that little bit of sweet flavour that pushes through on the back end. Wow, that took over a minute to explain it after one sip. Let's dive in and get some more. Ah. Yeah, it's really good. I love that vinous. It really is a big, kicking red wine vinous feel on the back end there. Well, saying that on the back end, I mean, as soon as I kind of get that first flavour, it's of a red wine quality, a vinous quality. It's nicely carbonated. It's not an Imperial Stout. You would, at 9.5% ABV, I did pick it up earlier and I was going to introduce it as an Imperial Stout until somebody on Periscope told me, and I read the label, that it's actually an Imperial Brown Ale. It's not an Imperial Stout. So I'm not going to talk to you about mouthfeel. I think that would be unfair on the beer. Imperial Stouts, in my mind, they taste great when they got a big, thick, viscous mouthfeel. This beer doesn't really have that, but then again, it's an Imperial Brown Ale. perhaps it's not meant to have a big, thick, viscous, kind of creamy taste to it. Perhaps this is how it's meant to be. But that is a wonderful beer, a really good beer. I went through for maybe 10, 11, 12 months without trying a Magic Rock beer. Then I was in August, I was out in London, and I tried a beer in, I can't even remember the name of the place now. I was somewhere in London and I drank this amazing Magic Rock beer. And this is the second one I've had in 2 months now. And again, this is just absolutely fantastic. Collaboration with Siren Craft Brew. This is one to look out for. This is one to search for. This is Mrs. Brown by Siren Craft Brew and Magic Rock Brewing Company. Rating for the beer, I'm going to give the beer a 10 out of 10. It's a 10 out of 10 from Reload Craft Beer. Thanks to Beers of Europe for sending. Please put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer reviews, and cheers.